Every day not only when you're lonely, yeah. You see you thinking lonely, but you don't even know nothing about me.
Okay. What's up? It's Bella. What's up? Hey, welcome back, bugs. If you don't know who I am, my name's K Bella. Well, that's what I go by. Or Kimberly, or Kim, or Bella. Either or. What's up? What's up? If you're not already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and press that like button just because you're gonna like it. I know you're gonna like it because you seen what I'm talking about today. Okay. Hey. So just get to the point. Today I'll be talking about my top 10 webtoons that I've read. These may not be your top 10, but these are my top 10, and it's just my top 10. Yeah, let's get my to first it. Book. I might place it here. It's Say It. This is okay, so you have to be really interested in BL books, which is boy love. If you didn't know, everybody's gonna be like, yeah, she's gay. Like, oh yeah, they gay. Like, but if you read Say It, you know. I'm just gonna give a brief summary because I don't actually want to ruin it, because this is a good read. Mind you, it's a good read, and I still managed to stop reading it only because I wasn't getting updates as much as I wanted it to be updated. So I was like, yeah, I'm not reading this anymore until that shit has like 20, pages. And she's probably on like 200 and something chapters now. Well, 273, but I'm on 240. That's the chapter I last stopped on. And her chapters are lengthy. So, ooh. Anyway, so Say It is about... Yeah, you might see me. Tetsuya. Yes, I think that's how you pronounce it. Don't mind me if I butcher it, because I'm not really fluent in Japanese names or any foreign names. I barely know English names, so yeah, I sorry. And yeah, so I'm gonna call him Tetsuya. Tetsuya basically was, in the beginning, this is how the book starts. He basically would see this girl and like crush on her so hard and be like, I'm gonna ask her out. And he'd tell his friends and everybody like, yeah, I'm gonna ask her out. Like, I like her, and I'm gonna ask her out. So when he finally decides to ask her out, and he sees her everywhere. Like, he sees her on the rooftop reading books and like, always walking with friends and laughing with friends and, just being cute. And he's like, man, she's kind of cute. So the day he goes and asks her out, he runs up to her and is like, yeah, well, I like you, and will you date me, and yada, yada, yada. Come to find out, she is not a she at all. She is a boy. And she's like, no, sorry, I'm actually a boy. And he's just like shook. He's like, what? Wait, huh? You can't be. You just like, is this how you denying me? Like, that's crazy. Yeah. But his name is Naoki. It's probably not his first name, but I'm going to go with Naoki because that's what I call him. Like, I'm the greatest fucker shit. Like, so his name is Naoki, and he's basically like, oh yeah, I'm a boy. Like, no, there's no way I'm a girl. And like, it was to the point that I was like in disbelief. I don't exactly remember how they got together, but just know they got together, and it's just fire. It's fire. Okay, it's fire. And I feel like this is a must read. It's one of my top 10s because this book has so much drama. How you see it is like it's a lot of homophobia. At first, I thought the parents were disapproval of him being like, when you read it, because I suggest you read it. Like, it's called Say It. I don't know the name of the author. And basically it's like fire. And like, Tetsuya is actually like a rich little boy, and he's basically, I might cut this short. So he's basically like, he goes through a lot. So his best friend, which at the moment I cannot recall his name, so I'll probably put it right here or something. And his best friend is his brother. Mind you, he doesn't remember that's his brother. It's a lot going on. Like, so Tetsuya basically lost his memory due to a fire because of some girl. Yeah, it's just basically a lot. I don't know. It's one of my most read. Maybe I've like, I butchered it, but alright, it's one of those books you have to read to understand. So if you like BL, go read Say It. Because alright, and my second book is My Weird Roommate. My Weird Roommate, My Weird Roommate. It's another BL book because who doesn't like BL, okay? I love me some boys love. You have dork and you have punk, okay? Dork and punk. Okay, so basically dork and punk are roommates, and Dork is a creator. He's a webtoon creator. He's not even a webtoon creator, he's just an artist where he creates comics and all of that, and also struggles with, being insecure, a little, horny gay virgin, and living his best life. Okay, no, he's not living his best life, but it's just a story about roommates and how they fall in love and how they basically get to know each other. And at first you just think it's a one-sided thing with dork, because in the beginning you think punk is a straight boy, which he's not, spoiler. And matter of fact, later on you come to find out, these are spoilers, you come to find out that punk isn't straight, nor is he gay. He doesn't know what to identify himself as, and he's like more so just confused. So he's like bisexual, and I'm okay with bisexual. Well, yeah. I don't mind you being bisexual. Like, yes, do you, boo boo. I feel like boys can be just as confused as girls. And yeah, they're in the book, they're just working on liking each other, learning each other, and with their friends, and Punk's sister, not Punk's, Dork's sister Angel. It's one of those books where your friends just come together and like each other. It's one of those, which I always, it's a yes in my book. And yeah, because it's more so in a chibi art style. So it was like, it's totally cute. She does have a Patreon, so if you want to, skip ahead and go read it like that, you can. She does have a book on sale that, it's more so of the real art style, but I rather read the one that are chibi because it's so cute. But besides that, let's just go to and that was my number 9, if I and my number 8. It's another BL. I Hate You. My number 8 is I Hate You. It's a BL book with Momo and Kurikawa. Okay, so so how this book actually started, and I don't know how I found it. It was one of those books that it was so good of a BL. I went and got her Patreon, and that dollar was worth it every month. Okay, so Momo is basically just he was a straight boy. We're gonna start off like that. You know how it always starts in BL. I was like, yeah. He was a straight boy, and he would get bullied by this guy named Kuro. And like every time this guy seen him, he was like just bully him, like no reason, bully him. And then you got this, and then Momo had this no good best friend that basically played a prank on him. That I don't even remember. His name is Brandon. I think his best friend is Brandon. I'm not even sure. I'll find out. He played a prank on him that ended up putting Kuro, that's what we're gonna call it, that's what we call him in the book, Kuro, basically putting them together, and they ended up being roommates. That's how it is. I have a thing for roommate BLs. Just, yeah. Okay, so they ended up being roommates, and they hated each other like so much. Like, they would play pranks on each other and just like mess each other up. And it was a prank that Kiro did. He was like, no, it was to hide one of his secrets, to hide something that he did. He was like, you got to do everything. Kiro was basically like, you got to do everything I tell you to do, and I won't, release the secret. Mind you, this book is done. I'm kind of a little hazy. So I do suggest to go read it because the book is done and it's a good read. Okay. And so basically Kiro is like, oh, you got to do whatever I say. Whatever I say, y'all got to do whatever I say. That started their love story. Yeah, go read that. It's good. Number 7. Number 7 is not a VL. Sorry. It is He's Harmless, I Swear, with Tammy and Tomoya. Oh, this is another book that's done, actually. So it's not one of the known books. Most of the books I have named, they're not really known. So give them underrated authors some credit. Tammy and Tomoya. So with Tammy and Tomoya's relationship, it jumps right into their relationship. So I don't gotta explain regarding it does say how they got together. But so Tomoya is basically a Jaeger. A Jaeger is basically somebody that struggles with seeing anybody come close to the people they love, and they feel like that person is somebody only they can have and only they should love, and like, you're mine and all of your love is mine. Okay, like, why is you talking to that person? Like, any dude that show interest in you or like try to flirt with you, they don't want to kill you. Okay, so that's Tomoya. Tammy, on the hand, is a whole psychiatrist major. She at the end, she is a psychiatrist, and she basically was, how we find Tomoya is basically he develops this trait. Well, he probably been had it, because his girlfriend at the time before Tammy was very abusive, would whoop his derriere, and it came to the fact that he was just like, man, if like it was being that Tammy saved him, that he just like he developed it. He was like, she basically was like, man, don't talk to that girl no more. Like, she's no good for you. Her. And like, it wasn't. They didn't jump into a relationship right away. They became friends. And, talked and were cool, and they, grew their feelings and ended up together. And that's how he was like, man, I love her. She saved me. Like, I had a whole toxic relationship right there. So he had throughout the whole book, he was trying to kill somebody because they were trying to, talk to her, be her friend, or like. And throughout the book, it just shows their relationship and Tammy just trying to not cure him, but heal him from that, but love him at the same time, because she understands that it's not his fault. It's what he's, what he dealt with, and what he's dealt with that led him to, be like that. And this book is good because you got an ex-girlfriend that secretly got pregnant, dropped the baby at your doorstep. Like, what's good? You gonna take care of him? I don't want him no more. Period. And used to beat the baby butt. Okay, like, that thing went from 0 to 100 real quick. Like, whoa, where this 4-year-old came from and why he at my door. Okay, yes, must read. Go do that. Then there is Castle Swimmer. Castle Swimmer, I'm gonna be really brief with that one because I like it. I keep stopping. Like, you know, it's one of those books that they just end the season so quickly, just like, man, you just started. So should it be my number 6 or more so my number 10? I don't know. But I'm gonna give it my number 6 only because it has a good storyline where it's a fish, a golden fish by the name of Beacon. Does he even have another name? No, we call him Beacon. I'm a horrible person. His name is not Beacon because he actually had a name, but we're gonna call him Beacon for the sake of me not remembering. So basically the Beacon has to go, the Beacon is like somebody that comes to your, it's a fish, they're mermaids, not mermaids, they're basically mermaids. It's like a mermaid art style, but they're not mermaids, they're fishes. So they're like sharks, fish, kale, like, I don't know, but like in human face form, you know what I mean? Anyways, so basically Bacon has to go, anywhere he goes, the prophecy will be fulfilled. And he don't know why he has to go there, but he's like a golden fish of faith. That's basically what he is, a golden fish of faith. And he go there, the prophecy will be fulfilled, and like each underwater, you know, type of creature have like something set in stone that will happen. And when he comes there, he's the one that fulfills the prophecy. He doesn't necessarily know how the prophecy will be fulfilled. He just know once he gets there, you know, bada bing, bada boom, it's done. I can go to my next destination. And then he does have this light that like comes out of his chest that tells him, you know, that he's drawn to, and he has to like, once whatever that thing is pointing to, the beacon basically is pointing to, he has to like, you know, take care of it so he could get his job done and go to the next job. Mind you, it's not the, you know, it's not the life somebody actually wants to live, because okay, so it's not the life somebody wants to actually live, because how you, like, you don't even know why you created, you just know you were dropped here, well, you were born or whatever. I don't even think he was born, he was dropped into the ocean. He just like, God brought me here. Yeah, I don't know what I'm here for. And every time he tried to run away from his destiny, it don't work. Like, he can't. Like, whenever he try to like escape, like, I don't want to do this no more, something drags him back to the next place he gotta go to, and he gotta actually finish. Yeah, so basically I had to change scenery. Yeah, so I was finishing with Castle Swimmer, Quaster Swimmer. It's my number 6. And basically, Beacon, the last castle he goes to is with Kappa. Kappa is the Shark Prince. And this counts as a BL, okay? It counts as a boy love, only because Kappa is trying to figure out, like, why do we have to kill the beacon for, you know, our kingdom to survive? Because according to their lore, their legend, you have to kill the beacon because their territory is cursed. Like, their shark, you know, family is always getting hurt, and like the castle part is always, you know, breaking down. And then basically Cap is just trying to find out, like, that's crazy. I don't feel like anybody, like, the fish should die just so we all could live. So he was actually prophesized to kill the beacon, and if he kills the beacon, you know, their kingdom would thrive. And if I say any more, I'm ruining it. So just go read that, because he does befriend the beacon when he's sent into the cage, the jail cell, where he's the only person that can actually go in there and, you know, do the deed. Okay? Yeah, so go read Castle Swimmer, is good. So my number 5. Whoo! This is The Cursed Princess Club. My number 5, The Cursed Princess Club, because this is a good read. This is honestly a good read. It's about a princess who doesn't, she's kind, she's caring, she has like most of the princess qualities to be a princess. And all of this takes place in the Pastel Kingdom, where she actually has 2 sisters and 1 brother. All of them are beautiful but her. So this is where she basically doesn't know she's ugly in the beginning, because her family like love her for genuinely who she is, which love it. Like family hype me. Family hype me. Okay, I could be an ugly little girl, but hype me. Okay, I'm not necessarily beautiful, but you know, I'm pretty ugly. So yeah, so she doesn't necessarily know she's ugly, and her family, they love her to bits because she's caring. As I said, she has most of the princess qualities besides being beautiful. So she's not your average Disney princess, your Disney princess. She ain't your Fa Mulan. Fa Mulan, that's my favorite princess. She's not the princess you see laying in a casket and I want to kiss her. Wake her up. Let me kiss her. Ooh, let me kiss her dead body. Ooh, let me kiss her dead body. Ooh, that's gonna wake it up. That's gonna wake it up. She's none of that. And then basically they're set up in an engaged marriage, and they're supposed to marry the Plaid Kingdom princes. The Plaid Kingdom princes, you got Blaine, Lance. Damn, he made me so mad I don't remember his name. Frank. I'll fix it here. So yeah, and then basically he's the one that's supposed to marry her, and the dad sends him a picture of all his kids. So she has a sister named Maria, a sister named Lorena, and what is her brother's name? I don't know. So the picture that they send to them, the princes see them and like, okay, dang, all them baddies, straight baddies, okay? And when they finally get to the kingdom, the person that the youngest brother who's supposed to marry Gwen, which is our cursed princess, he's basically like, this is not the person I saw. This is not the person y'all told me I'm gonna marry. So when they you see the flashback and see who she's supposed to marry, he think he's marrying the brother. The brother is so beautiful, everybody think he a girl, especially because he like to cross dress. So, and I like this book because it has enough I like this webtoon because it has enough comedy and enough, seriousness. Like, it's basically when he does, he doesn't necessarily reject her off the bat. She does find out he doesn't like her and he thinks she's ugly, which in toons, set in with insecurities and like, damn, I'm ugly? Like, I ain't ever was told I'm ugly. That's crazy, okay? And there was a time where before, she found out she's ugly and like he don't like her or none of the things, she just thought like, okay, yeah, we ain't clicking, that's it. So she gets so sad, she runs into the forest, finds the cursed princesses. Well, she gets knocked out because, she slips, the classic, fairy tale thing. Oh, I fell. Faint, like. So basically that happens, and when she wakes up, she sees a whole bunch of other ugly princesses. And they welcome her because they think she's cursed. Which entails we don't know if she's cursed yet. You still don't know if she's cursed. Like, where I'm at, we don't know if she's cursed or not, or if she just really, truly just ugly. And it's called the Cursed Princess Club because a whole bunch of cursed princesses welcome her as their own. And yeah, she just becomes a part of the family, and they help her like with life lessons, like how to, love yourself, how to beat insecurity. And I just love that. That's why, this is my number 5. Like, I ain't the best crayon in the crayon box, and it's just other odd people telling you, yeah, you have this flaw, but you got other unique qualities that can, work that, because once somebody actually talks to you, you a dope ass person. Like, sorry, you're a dope person. Like, you're genuinely awesomely dope, and that's like rare to find. But I suggest to go read it because it's a good read, and I don't want to say any more about it besides, you know, her joining the club. They're like teaching her self-love and like, you know, to embrace yourself. Besides that, and my number 4. Woo! Moving on to number 4. My number 4 is Let's Play. Let's Play. If you ain't hear Let's Play, where you been? You been under that rock? Do you even read WEBTOONs? Let's Play. The book is about a girl named Sam, or Samora. I love her whole name, Samora. That is a beautiful name to me. And she basically creates a game and puts her whole passion. She's been creating this game since, mind you, probably beginning of college, like before college or whatever. She's been creating this game, put her whole heart and her whole passion into it. And she watches this YouTuber, whatever they call it, YouTuber, I'm gonna say YouTuber, but it's a YouTuber. She watches this YouTuber, and his name is Martial Law. And she basically just wants him to rate, like, she loved this man since he was a small YouTuber. Like, he was nobody. Like, this man had like 2 followers. She was there commenting on every video. She's faithful. That's what I'm talking about, faithful. And she just wanted him to, like, you know, play her game, you know, test it out for her, you know, give it a little score, you know, like, it was a game she just initially wanted him to play. Not necessarily him, but she like wanted people that felt like her, people that were suffering. The game, you find out later in the book, but I'm going to ruin it, so spoilers. So the game was necessarily like, if you feel anxiety, if you like puzzle games, if you know, were suffering through depression or anything of the sort, like, this game would help you, especially calm you down. And it was the fact that mysteries on mysteries and solving and your choices are affected your actions in the game. And it was like, just even reading about the game, I was like, this is a dope game. When he played it, he played it wrong. He played it wrong. He played it so wrong. He played it as if it was a fighting game. And I don't know how in a game you can even put fighting when it's a puzzle solving game, and fighting is not necessary, but she did that. So he ended up playing the game home wrong and rating it so bad on his YouTube that people were going to the site that you download her game on and were like, this is trash. They didn't even play the game, or they'd play the game wrong as well and be like, this is trash, you're trash, you know, why do you even think you could be, you know, somebody is great, you know, to even let our, you know, Marshall play your game, you know, just hardcore diehard fans. Like, what is this? Why are you so vexed? You didn't even play my game. Like, why'd you put Marshall through so much stress of playing your stupid ass game? And that broke her. Like, she hated him, and then she hated him so much, she's like, man, screw him, whatever. Next thing you know, he becomes her roommate. He's her roommate now, you guys. And then, okay, and fast forward a bit. This is also a book about loving yourself, finding yourself, and struggling with your, you know, just your basic every, you know, finding yourself, becoming a, you know, woman, and, you know, putting yourself in that appeal. And she's also, you know, a rich girl. She works at her dad's company, and there's this guy named Charles. I'm ruining it, so kind of spoilers. There's this guy named Charles, and he's like the VP of the company. I don't even know what he is. He's kind of like, he's one of the head guys. Even though she's like the boss's daughter, she works under him, and he takes her under his wing to, like, you know, be great, because he wants to train her to run, be like business savvy and run the company one day. And cool, whatever, cool. And then you got this other guy who, yeah, maybe I call all of them her potentials. Marshall, I really wanted her to be with Marshall, but you can't always have what you want. And then Charles came into the picture, and I was like, screw Marshall, because Marshall already have his girlfriend. And then further on, you see her talking it out with Marshall and saying, you didn't even play my game for real. Like, you played it the wrong way. And Marshall goes and plays the game the correct way and find out he really loved the game. And he goes and delete the YouTube and is like, dang, I'm so sorry, I played your game wrong, but I'm gonna make a correct video. So when he plays the game truly and sincerely, this man, like, he plays it and gets brokenhearted because she dedicated that at the end, the ending credits, she dedicated it to him. And it broke his heart. Like, he was just like, wow, like, I'm a piece of sincerely, he is, and not was, he was, he not is, he was. And I don't know, the book development is so good. And then Charles has these lessons with her because he's trying to teach her how to be less insecure and more loving to herself. And as they have these little sessions of trying to make her love herself, or just list like things she loves about herself, that thing right there. All right, so True Beauty is my number 3, and it's about a girl named Jung-young. And so basically, she's a girl that, you know, feels she is totally ugly. Her brother is beautiful, her mom is beautiful, her sister is beautiful. And she has blemishes and eyebrows too bushy. And she just don't feel like, you know, nothing, you know, works. So one day she actually goes on a forum and just like, man, I'm ugly, how I fix it? Basically, summarize it up. And they were like, try makeup. Makeup truly changes a person. So the first day she tried makeup, she does it horrible. She looks ugly. It's like, what is this? Like me, I think if you ever seen my tutorial about when I tried makeup on, horrible. And I should put the little screenshot, but I was not gonna do that to myself. I actually had a picture of me trying on makeup for the first time, and my best friend put it on Twitter. I'm not gonna do that to myself. And I was so embarrassed. So imagine how she felt when she went to school and people were like, ugh, like, what is this on your face? Ugh. So she goes back home and she takes it, like after getting the reaction she got from at school, she takes a picture, posts it back on the forum, and people are like, what did you do? This is not how you do it. And they give her tips on how to do it actually the correct way and, you know, fix it. So that was like the last day of school she goes to, and then during the summer she works it out. Like, she's like playing with makeup, fixing it and whatnot. And as she fixes it up, when she goes to, you know, she transfers to her new high school after graduating from, you know, middle school, her makeup is bomb. Like, people asking her, yo, would you marry me? Like, let me get your number. Walking up to her on the street, like, would you be my girlfriend? Like, what's up? She becomes a Instagram model. She basically is an Instagram model if you look at it, you know, because people send her free product, and, you know, she do her makeup so bomb. It comes to the point that the makeup becomes a mask, and she puts the thing on every day. Like, I'm ugly, I might as well wear makeup to make myself, you know, be bomb. And throughout the whole thing, she wears makeup and she sees a new student, you know, and he's the only one who's gonna know her true identity. That's what I'm gonna call it, because she's a whole, you know, superhero. Just whoo. The makeup is, you know, disguise. She's like Superman. All she do is put the curl. But it's, besides the curl, it's makeup. And he ends up finding out it's her, because they go to the same comic book and she recommends him a comic. Well, actually, she doesn't recommend him the comic. The comic book that she wanted, he took it from her and he was like, it's mine, I seen it first. And then he goes and, you know, runs up the store. And then when she sees him again, she's like, okay, yeah, maybe he's cute, but he's an ass. You know, mind you, it's whatever. So then she sees him in school, and when she goes to the comic book, she's not wearing makeup. She's just plain face, blemishes and all. So when she goes to school, she's wearing full on makeup, and she's like, oh my God, he's gonna recognize me. He sees her, don't know who she is. That's how you know makeup game is on okay? Flaky. And she basically is like, okay, maybe he's not gonna know me. I'm gonna act calm. If he ain't gonna pay attention, it's cool. So he basically ends up finding out who she is only because there's a piece of her book bag. She has those little keychains, like a little teddy bear keychains. The body part falls off, and he's seen her with the same book bag on the street with she had no makeup on, and he discovers who she is. And that's all I'm really gonna get into, because anymore is spoilers. You shouldn't. You like go read it. My number two is Laurel Olympus. Okay, Laurel Olympus. I know you guys heard of Laurel Olympus. It's actually coming out with a Netflix. It's gonna come out with a Netflix series, and I think that's bomb. Okay, so Laurel Olympus is actually your modern day, Olympians. So you got Zeus, you got Persephone, you got Hades, you got Hera, you got Apollo, Artemis. You got, Athena. You got everybody, and you got Hera. Oh, I said Hera. You got everybody. So it's the modern day version of them. It's them in the times, like of us. But how it takes place is up in Olympian. It's our time, so like 2020. Or more so in the future time, and down on the street is back in the 200s, and so they live in they praying to the gods, and they back in the times they still wear robes and stuff. And this book, as you know, it's the tale of Persephone. I don't know the whole time. Oh, see, I'm saying it wrong. The tale of Persephone. This webtoon is actually the tales of Persephone. And it's basically the story of Persephone and Hades and how they got together. But with the modern twist to it, and cell phones, drama, they life and everything. And just to cut this short, who don't like books about Olympians? Like, go read that. This book is like A1. Like, Greek mythology was my go-to. Like back in high school, elementary, middle school, right when they told me about Zeus, I'm like, ooh, lightning, bitch, lightning. And even when I used to read it, I used to be like, man, Zeus a whole out here. He a whole. He like Santa Claus in his truest form, like ho. Like he was really. And this book captures Zeus being a whole ho. So yeah, and how they show how Persephone was, taken advantage by Apollo. So if you are if you are kind of sensitive to material of taking advantagement, because I don't want to say the word, and it's kind of, I don't know, that part, every time I see Apollo, I'll be like, square up. Get his heart, baby, and break it. Oh, break. The thing about Persephone is that she's supposed to stay, the only reason why she went up there is because she has a scholarship to go to school with the eternal maidenhood, which basically means you're going to stay a virgin for the rest of your life, and you're gonna be a virgin for the rest of your life. I don't understand what further example that can be about that. And you know what, how I'm looking now is about same. So, and then you find out she's on a scholarship, and then Apollo takes advantage of her, and it's just get crazy from there. And then her falling in love with Hades, and them going through their trials and tribulations, and Hades trying to figure out how he gonna deal with his current girlfriend, and then how he not trying to make Persephone a whole side baby. And mind you, there's a huge age difference. She like 19, he like 3006. Okay, so it's a huge difference, but it's a good. I love her art style. The drawing is just beautiful. Oh, beautiful. And I recommend this. It's a great read, a bomb read. Okay. My number 1 is Freakin Romance. That's my number 1. Now that book right there, that art style, that webtoon, that Arthur, I fell in love with the Arthur. I like, me and you should get married. I know we the same, you know, but I'll marry you, and I be cursing him out in the comments. Ooh, that book gets you your feelings. It's on. That book is the reason I started Fast Pass, to be honest, on everything. I was like, oh yeah, you're not gonna leave me on a cliffhanger like that. The drawing style is beautiful. The colorization in that book is beautiful. And Freakin Romance is about a girl named Zilla who basically jumps into the world on her own, and she gets to her apartment, and she finds out her apartment is basically haunted. Well, it's not necessarily haunted, it's a portal to another dimension, if you think about it like that. But people can't actually like travel between worlds. It's haunted. It's haunted. So the other person that lives in the other dimension is Zillin, and he's a pop star. We gonna call him a J-popper or a K-popper. I don't know whatever popper he is, but he's a pop star. And he struggles with, like, I don't know. It looks like he just struggles with everything. You don't know. He doesn't struggle with everything. He feels more so misunderstood, and he's famous. Yeah, so he has to like abide by his fans and like show them he loves them or whatever. Anyway, so basically Freakin, like I said before, it's about basically an apartment building that has a connection to 2 dimensions. And at first Zilla thinks she just sees the little shadow from time to time and just like, okay, that's nothing. And then one time she sees him in her bed, and she's just like, yo, what's going on? Like, what's going on? And first, she tells her best friend Veros. She's her best friend Veros about it. She's like, yo, I think my house is kind of haunted. And she's like, if you think your house is haunted, why you still staying there? Ziliph is weird. I freaking love it, mind you. Like, it's a lot of things when you're reading that webtoon, just like, man, same. I understand. Like, and Bruce is her best friend who's secretly in love with her, and you're not gonna find that out till later on. So spoiler. And basically, so Ziliph is basically, she stays at the apartment, and Veros says, okay, I'm gonna stay with you. So Veros basically says she's gonna stay the night, and when she stays the night, they're laying in the same bed. Next thing you know, you see the ghost laying next to them. And when she, freaks out, he gets up and then he goes to, he goes outside. And then once she touches him, he disappears. So now she's like, okay, yeah, this is crazy, whatever. I don't actually know how to explain this book, because this is honestly it's my favorite webtoon. And I'm actually on the current season, which is season 3. I don't know, it just finished, and I'm upset, and I'm about to go fight Snow Lord, because she gonna have to, drop this season early, because I love you. And this is my confessions. Just when I thought I had all the things I needed to say, these are my confessions. Yeah, I'm down, but I don't know what to do. I guess I'm gonna keep on moving with my confessions. So basically, like, to sum it up, this book is about her basically becoming friends with her partner, finding out he's not a ghost. It's 2 parallel universes connected. They don't actually know how it works. They just know if they touch each other disappear for about a week to force her into protecting him. And basically, she learned a lot, and it's just crazy. And her dad just basically tries to force, like, she is growing up into adulthood and trying to necessarily find herself. Yeah, so she wants to be a major time artist, but her dad doesn't approve of that lifestyle. He wants her to go to school for something else. So he tries to threaten her by taking all of her money in the bank account because, people that left her bank connected with her parents' account. And he was like, I'm going to get all this balance and have to do what I say. Whatever I say, yeah, I gotta do. Whatever I say, yeah, I gotta do. So she deals with that she deals with that mental abuse from her dad, and every time her dad would, in the beginning you find out every time her dad would beat on her mom or yell at her mom or yell at her, she'd buy him a gift. He'd buy her a gift. I think that's, physical stuff, leads to love. So she really doesn't know what love is, and this book is so freaking cute. Low-key, he's trying to teach her how to like experience romance. Like, he's trying to like test her out, and they're out of the midst of the whole thing. He falls in love with her. Well, not falls in love with her, he infatuation. He likes her. I don't know what I'm trying to use. He likes her. Just like how I like Snow White. And we're gonna get married. Yeah, as far as this book goes, it's my 10 out of 10. Yeah, it's a 10 out of 10. This book here, my number 1, is a 10 out of 10. It has way too many cliffhangers that will make you invest in money into webtoons. Cause I love Snow Lord. Like, he basically did his thing with this. Like, he put his heart and his soul into this comic. And I'm reading most of his other comics as well. So it's Naoki and the other one I can't remember right now. So yeah, I love this book. It's a whole tale of abuse, passion, learning to love, learning to find yourself, and figure out who you are. Season 3 though is a piece of trash. It's not a piece of trash, the ending is a piece of trash. The book is fire, so none of the seasons are pieces of trash, but the ending, if you're not caught up on Fast Pass, the ending is it's a piece of trash. I'm mad because I really actually went back to look at it. I'm mad. I'm so mad at the ending. Like, where's season 4? Come on, 4. Is it you have a patron? Like, I'm gonna go buy it. Like, I'm gonna go buy it. What's your patron? Okay, so yeah, as I described before, the book is bomb. It's about 2 people in a parallel universe that's getting together. Well, I don't know. The love doesn't actually develop yet. So 1 through for the first season through 3rd season, it's just a lot of thirst traps. Not thirst traps, but love traps. I mean, yeah, when I actually think about it, there is no freaking romance yet. I mean, you have your little lovey scenes where it's just, oh, that's cute. Okay, I ship. I'm a shipper. I ship Burroughs and Zillin, and I ship Burroughs and Zillin, and I ship ship them all 3, and I ship Zillin and Zillith. Whoo, go read it. Why you still like watching this video? Like, as you're watching this video, you should have been adding all of these webtoons to your your add-ons. Like, if I'm a horrible explanationer, go read it. Go read it and fall in love with it yourself. Because, to be honest, no matter how I described it, I could have described it correctly, I could have described it horribly. That shit was bomb. This book is bomb. And I spit. This book is bomb. bomb, okay? Bam, 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 bam. And yeah, me and Snow Lord are gonna get married. Our wedding is in 2021. He doesn't know yet, but it's happening. It's happening. And yeah. So my background is getting a little noisy, and the scenery switch really got me. So as far as that goes, thank you all for watching. And if you made it this far, you're a bomb person. And yeah, what do I say?